If you're worried about rising food costs, get ready for a hike in dairy products. Producers have been hit by higher fuel prices and a big jump for animal feed.
It's gone up by 27%. And there's no shortcuts we can take with that. Cows have to be fed to produce milk.
But the proposed payments to dairy farmers is contentious. The Canadian Dairy Commission's usual formula initially determined a price increase of 6.4%, according to internal documents obtained by Global News. The previous record increase was 4.5%. But dairy farmers felt they needed more, and the Commission ultimately recommended 8.4%, almost double the previous record. It's necessary to keep up with his costs, says one farmer.
We're playing catch-up because I've had to pay those costs for the last 6 months.
Retailers and restaurants, who will pay more for milk, wanted just a 3.3% hike. Critics believe decision-making at the Canadian Dairy Commission favors producers under a supply management regime that already guarantees those farmers a minimum price. This expert says the CDC needs reform.
Make it more transparent, change the governance of the CDC, which would include processors, restaurant, and consumers as well. Give them a voice.
What about the price of milk? The price of milk is nuts.
Indeed. That's why we're working on affordability.
The Trudeau government says dairy farmers are not abusing the system.
Last year, only about 9% of them had revenues over their expenses. So I think the work that the Commission has done is fair.
We've also been clear. I mean, this government is going to protect the supply managed sector.
But that sector will usher in milk prices up to 10% higher by some estimates, which would hit hard low-income families already facing other price increases.
These very vulnerable families are going to be drowning in increased prices. Fluid milk is a staple for Canadian diet. Therefore, there's a social safety net that needs to be put around this important product.
The supply management system does ensure a safe and adequate supply of milk for Canadians. But if provincial authorities approve, new dairy prices will kick in February 1st. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.